Hello class, today I'd like to talk to you guys about some of the main things I want you to focus on as you're writing your papers and you're using APA citation guidelines. So APA stands for American Psychological Association Style Guidelines. And basically what it is, it's just a way to cite your sources when you're doing academic writing. This is one of the more used citation systems, I guess you could say, used in academic writing currently. Some others you may have heard of or used before are MLA and maybe Chicago. Those are probably the three most widely used ways of citing your sources when doing academic writing. And so for your local advocacy paper, I've asked you to use APA citations to cite your sources. You know, there are a lot of intricacies to this type of citation style, and I just want you guys to know that there are two main things that I want you to focus on. I want you to focus on using the parenthetical citations within the body of your paper, and I would like you to focus on your references page that comes at the end of your paper. Couple of things that I don't want you to stress out over are the title page, which is seen down here, and I don't want you to stress over an abstract. You're free to write one if you feel like you would like to practice. It's a great thing to do, but you don't have to do it. I don't want you to obsess over the running head. You see that here, and I would like you to include page numbers, but if you're having problems with it, especially since we're using MyCompLab, for submitting these papers, again, I don't want you guys to stress out over this and to have it be a big deal for you. The important thing is that within the body of your paper, you're citing your sources accordingly. So those are the things we're going to talk about in this video. So when you are using quotations or even paraphrasing things from certain academic sources, it's very important that you cite where you got that information from. And those things are the things that need to be cited according to APA guidelines. So here is a chart with just the basics, and I'm going to include the link to this in Blackboard as well, so you can refer back to it on your own time. But you see here, so if you're including the information within the body of your text, you know, you're saying the author, you know, Jones found or Jones has found. You include the author's name and then the year of publication in parentheses after it. Or if you are paraphrasing what they've said and you're not including the author's name within the body of the text, then you're going to include a parenthetical like this one over here, Jones, 1998. You know, and that's pretty standard. You're going to do that throughout the entirety of your paper. It's always better to cite more than to not cite where you were supposed to. So if you have a question of whether it needs to be cited or not, go ahead and put that citation in. No one ever got in trouble for over-citing a paper. You know, you don't want to be accused of something like plagiarism, and so it's good for you to practice putting those citations in. And this just gives some guidelines of how to do it, you know, if you have multiple authors, and how to include that within the body of your paper. But the important thing is that you are including those parenthetical citations within the body of your paper, so it is easily seen what information you're getting from what source. Okay, so here you have the body of your paper. You're using the parenthetical citations like this one after the information that you got from that particular source. Now, the other part I want you to focus on is the works cited page that comes at the end. So the very last page or pages of your paper will have your works cited page on it, and that's where you put what sources you use throughout your paper. Any source that you used in your paper needs to be on this page. Do not include sources that you didn't use in your paper. If you didn't use that source, there's no reason for you to include it in your works cited page. But you can kind of just see the formatting here. This is a really basic one. author's last name, initials, year of publication, the name of the article. You'll notice that the title is not completely capitalized. So you'll capitalize the first word in the title and any proper nouns that come within the title. Everything else is not capitalized though. And then after that comes the journal that the article was published in, and you'll see that this is capitalized according to title rules. And then after that is the volume or the issue of the journal, and then the page numbers that the article appeared on. So it's a really basic citation, and they go through here on this poster what to do when there's 2 authors, 3 to 6 authors, more than 7 authors, unknown authors, really basic things, a lot of things that you guys will be using and coming across as you're writing it. If you have other things that you need to cite, you can go on the OWL. The Purdue OWL is a great resource for doing your works cited page and looking for resources to do this correctly. APA citations, they're not something that you memorize. They're something that you kind of learn how to do them as you go, and when you have a question, you use the resources available to you to do it correctly. And the Purdue OWL website is a great resource for doing that exact thing. What I'd also like to show you in this is a really cool tool that is available to you guys through MyCompLab right from your composing window. So this might look a little different for you guys than it is for me because this is the instructor view, but I believe you get to it the same way. When you go to compose your paper, so you click on the composing link and then, let's see, we'll go to student view. So then your box pops up and this is where you write your essay and all of that good stuff. So you're doing that, you're putting your sources in. Over here you've got resources available to you as well. What I would like you guys to use is this cite sources. Okay, maybe that's not it. Okay, yeah, it's the cite sources link. And this will help you create your bibliography at the end of your paper. So if you click on that, what you'll need to do is go click on Create, Edit a List, and it's going to redirect you to this website called Noodle Tools. And what you're going to do is there might be a sign-up process you have to go through here. Go ahead and do that. It's really quick and easy. Follow the directions. And then once you get to this page, you're going to want to create a new project. You're going to select the APA citation style, and so you can describe this as local advocacy paper. And then click Create Project. Okay, so from here, it gives you some different options to do different things. You could do a note card and outline from here. You can put in your research questions. So, you could do this to really keep track of a paper that you're working on. What I would like you guys to use it for, if you click on this references link, it's going to help you create your APA citations. So from this drop-down menu, you can click to cite and then fill that in with whatever your source is. So if you want to cite an academic journal, you click on that, click Create Citation. If you're not sure what your source is, this here can show you what it is, what a journal looks like. If maybe it's not a journal, it'll ask you, maybe it's a magazine or a website or one of these things. But if you're sure it's a journal, go ahead and click Continue. And then it's going to bring you to this page. And what it's going to do here is it's going to ask you to fill in all these fields. And so I've got an article here I'll go ahead and cite as an example. This has, let's see, 2 authors. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first one in here. And as you click on this, it gives you guidelines for inputting this information. So here's my first author, Ken. Oops. The last name. And there's no suffix, so that's fine. Add another author, because there's 2 authors here. First name, Shannon R. Wooden. Okay. Put in your article title. Position. And the pages are 12 to 36. Okay, so I put in this information, and right now you can even see where there are these little exclamation marks that come up. So I hover over that and it says, check to be sure Ken is capitalized correctly, okay? So I had a typo in there. I didn't capitalize the last name. Over here on the title, again, another exclamation point. And then it gives you a suggestion for how to fix it. So the first letter of the words listed here should not all be capitalized unless they're proper nouns. And then it lists those words for me. So it's telling you exactly what needs to be put in here. And the thing I like about this tool is it not only tells you, it doesn't just automatically fix what needs to be fixed. It tells you what needs to be fixed. And so you're learning what APA looks like and what should be included as you're doing it. I'm going to go ahead and put the name of the journal in here. Position. It's asking for all these things. And the year. Okay, so once you've got all this done, you can come down here, click Submit. And right here, you have your citation. It's made for you. It's formatted correctly. Now you can use this and you can put it into your bibliography in your MyCompLab assignment. You can do it by copying and pasting this. I think you're actually even able to export this here, and you can put it in that way. So whatever works for you guys, but I really encourage you to use this tool because it is available to you. There's no reason that your bibliography, your works cited page should not be formatted correctly. You know, they used to teach that you had to memorize these things, but the great thing now is that you have all of these tools available to you to help you do these things correctly. And that's really a form of literacy. That's really changed. You know, we've talked a lot about literacy this semester, and you know, literacy is no longer memorizing how to do these citations. Literacy is knowing what resources are available to you and using those resources to your advantage to do things correctly. So I hope you guys find this useful. You know, having that APA citation and formatting things according to APA is part of writing this paper. So I really hope that you take the time to do those reference pages correctly and to get those APA guidelines down and to start learning those, because you're going to have to use them throughout your collegiate career. Whether it's APA or MLA, you know, it's just knowing the resources that are available to you to help you do those correctly. So if you guys have any questions about this, as always, feel free to let me know, and I will help you out as much as possible. So keep working on your local advocacy papers, and I'm really looking forward to reading what you all have to say about local issues that are happening in and around the state.